Okay, hello. Welcome again to Next Level 2 Women Entrepreneur. As we are super excited to be here in 2023. My name is Oluwafunke Fullen-Wider, and I am the CEO and founder of Next Level 2 Women Entrepreneur. I am super excited to be able to be here after 8 years of being able to run an organization, not just with me, but me and my entire team. I want to say thank you so much for all the support from our members, the women in the network, and also mainly from the support from our team. We just want to say thank you for all the prayers and all of the warm emails that y'all send, even messages that you send to keep us, continue to being able to do this going on 8 years strong. So I know y'all are super excited about the 100 Women Global the 100 Global Women Entrepreneurship Summit. This summit is made up of so many different women that are in business globally, all over the world, coming together to be able to share their message about who they are, what they do, and the products and services that they serve to not just to the normal people that they interact with on an everyday basis, but to just a lot of people globally that they can use the services. So please plug into us. You can keep track of us on talktosunshine.info, the website. You can also keep track with us on Facebook. We have Facebook groups with the Next Level 2 Women Entrepreneurs, and we also on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and also YouTube. Okay. Please feel free to email us directly at global@talktosunshine.info. We definitely want to hear from you. If there's any way we can help support or either add value to your business, we'll love to do that. We do have a private group also where women are able to network, connect, collaborate, and even just be able to uplift one another. And also, of course, do business because we're business women. So if you want to be part of that, please reach out to us. We'll be glad to definitely also have you there. So that being said, what should you expect? You should expect this year to be able to come onto a platform and hear so many entrepreneurs like you have many years to be able to share about their business and to be able to offer you products and services that you may want to go ahead and take advantage of. So from January to March, we have 100 Women Journey to Entrepreneurship Branding Summit. And we are super excited to have our first speaker for this year on this platform. Her name is Tonia Smith. If y'all can just give her a round of applause, And so we are super excited to have her here. She's going to bring so much value to you on the platform. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over to her. And again, thank you all for coming on to the broadcast.
Oh, thank you, Sunshine, so much. This is so exciting. I didn't realize I was going to be the first one. So this is even just a bonus, right? So what I want to talk about today is, this is something I think is a common for so many is if you break out in a cold sweat at the thought of going live on live video, right? And you're not alone because there's so many entrepreneurs and business owners struggle with the idea of putting themselves out there in such a public way. I remember being comfortable speaking in front of large groups and delivering presentations, but when it came to being on camera and broadcasting in real time, forget it, right? The thought of me being even in a Zoom room with a bunch of people, like I said, it just made me break out in a cold sweat. I was absolutely terrified. But I also knew that going live would be the key to, unlocking massive growth of the business and my online business. I mean, it's necessary. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Tonia Smith. And I'm a social media consultant and trainer. I help my clients eliminate overwhelm of creating content that leads to sales with simple tips and trainings and resources. So I'm hoping I can give you something today that you can take out into the world of your online business. Now, I'm going to cover today why live video is important if you're not doing it, the benefits, and most importantly, how to overcome that fear. Sometimes we're not afraid of getting online or on live. We draw blank, right? So I'm going to answer the question right now is why live video? Live video is such a powerful tool. I mean, it can help you connect with your audience at a deeper level. It's going to go so much deeper than just posting content. It allows you to showcase your personality. People can see who you are. your expertise, your unique perspective. A lot of times people think there's, a large ocean of people out there that we're competing against. In reality, if you brand you, it's then you're not competing against anyone else, because you're showing up as you, and you're unique, right? And you're going to be able to show that in a way that written content simply can't. So live video is very highly engaging. Yours can actually, it's very hot right now, right? I mean, if you think about all the reels and the short form videos, I mean, people are watching video, right? It builds loyalty. It builds trust. And if you're selling a product or a service, that you have to have trust. It builds a sense of community with your. Think about the people that you see on video over and over. It's like you know them. And that's what you want your people to do with you, right? Your audience. It also offers numerous opportunities for repurposing. You can take one video and make a blog post. You can make numerous social media posts, podcasts, emails. The short form videos that's so hot right now, you can break down one longer video, like let's say a YouTube video, and make a whole bunch of different shorts out of it with just some editing. So let's talk a little bit about how do you overcome the fear of going live, right? And I'm just going to share a few tips. And these have actually helped me. These are actually tips that help me. And so one of the first things is you really got to identify specifically, what are you afraid of? Is it the fear of being judged? That's very common. Of making a mistake, of what are people going to think? What if I make a mistake and in the middle of everyone, right? Or not knowing what to say, or you're afraid that people are going to say negative comments. I tell you, all of those things I was afraid of, everything. I remember when I tried to go live my first time, and this was years ago, it took me hours. I was practicing and practicing and practicing. And it just, I ended up having to change my shirt a few times. I've literally sweat through it. I know that's probably TMI, but. And then when I went to create a little bit later, I was creating a video for a funnel that I was doing. I literally had 820 takes, and I'm not lying. It was crazy. So identify what you're afraid of, and then at least being aware of that, then you can start from there, right? Just realizing, oh my gosh, because I thought, oh no, I could have swore I was not afraid of being judged. Like, I don't care what people think. Oh yeah, I do. I had a coach point it out to me. Like, if you're sitting there thinking, what are they going to think of me? You're afraid of being judged. So number 2 is you want to start small. If you're not used to doing live video, if you've never done it before, or you're just not used to doing it on a consistent basis, you don't have to jump into a 30-minute live right away. Start with something smaller, like a 15 or 60-second story or reel, or maybe a 5-minute Facebook Live. People are more engaged in shorter segments now. Attention span is a lot shorter. So start out with smaller. And as you get more comfortable, you can gradually increase the length or complexity of your live videos. Number 3, this is one that goes without saying, is practice, practice, practice. Like any skill, the more you do it, the more confident you become. Start recording yourself on your phone. You got a phone, start recording yourself, and you don't have to show it to anybody. You could even start a Facebook group. Now, don't worry, you don't have to see, no one has to see this. Start a private Facebook group. You're the only member, and go live in it. This helps you in more than one way. It helps you get used to going live and feeling how that feels, but it also helps you with the tech stuff, right? You get used to that. You figure out what all the bugs are. And number 4, seek out a mentor, a friend, or even a colleague who has that experience with live videos, so they can offer you the feedback and support. And last but not least, now this I think is probably the most important in my opinion. And that is, it's not about you. It is not about you. And instead of focusing on your performance, worrying about all the things, focus on your audience. Who are you speaking to? Focus on delivering a solution to their problem, a solution to their problem. I found this one tip allowed me to never have to read a script. Because it's like I do a heart check before I go live. I ask God to make sure the word I speak comes from my heart and that it'll bless someone. And that, creating content, creating live videos, it's just one aspect of growing online, right? If you have an online home business, it's just one of the parts. And sometimes doing the daily things that we got to do, it seems overwhelming. And that's what I help people do, is eliminate that overwhelm and break things down and make it simple. And so breaking a live video down and starting out with doing one a week, right? That's what I teach my clients. We have a content club that we meet every week, and we make literally 30 days worth of content in an hour. So, but with that said, sometimes all the things that we do in entrepreneurship can be lonely. Seems like our to-do list is endless. So I have a gift for you today, and it's a roadmap of 7 daily actions that you can focus on every day that leads to success. In fact, these actions are what many top leaders do. In fact, if you did just tip number 2, you could be hugely successful if you did it on a regular basis. So live video is such a powerful tool. It's for building your brand, your personal brand, growing your business, connecting with your audience on a deeper level. And while the fear of live video is very real, it's important to recognize that's a feeling and that it can be overcome with practice and patience. And so I would just want to thank you for being here. Yeah.
Wow, I love the way that you said that. It just brought so much calmness and peace. Because sometimes when like you said, if you're not doing this on a regular basis, it can make you sometimes nervous. And a lot of entrepreneurs, this is important to incorporate into their business when we are, having a business on social media. Let me ask you a question. If you could just think back to your first live video that you did. How did that feel? And what, out of the steps that you gave us that we could take, which of those steps did you incorporate to help you with just that first live video?
I would say the first live video I did, I probably didn't know some of these secrets, right? Like I didn't know my audience very well. I looked at it more of like, how can I come across and look up like an authority, right? I was so focused on me, and I was scared to death. And I just, like I said, I was sweating. I was very nervous, but I did it, right? And I did it maybe imperfect action, right? It was just imperfect action. And looking back, so one of the live videos I did, one of the very beginning live videos, I was in a training program. And what they said is, hey, get on and us what you got out of this today. Well, I just did live. I was like, you know what? I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to do this, push through the fear. And I got on and I thought it was horrible. I wasn't expecting anyone to see it. It was in a private group, no makeup, t-shirt. Like I wasn't prepared, right? But I wasn't expecting anyone to see it. They now have that on their marketing material, like as one of their, so you just never know. What you think is very, some people say horrible, or what you think not good enough is probably really good, or at least good enough, right? So I think the important thing is just to get on there, push that go live button. And that's so scary, right? To not be able to push that go live button. And, and if this is, and it's a fear, public speaking is a fear. And so going live is part of that. And, there's a lot to it. It's just doing it and taking those steps. And one of the things you can do is go with a friend of mine just got through doing a training at Mark Herbert, if you know him. And he taught us that do 5 videos, 15. Do 5 by yourself, no one sees. Do 5 in a group where you see it, you can put it in there, and then go do 5. Just go do it, right? But that gets your muscle working.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying practice over time makes, a better production. I don't want to say perfect because we're consistently working on being perfect, and,
Right.
getting things done. But I'm just going to say what you're trying to say, what makes the nervousness and the fear minimized is because of that repetition of being able to practice and to do it. Before the big finale, that you have to do it. But, I think about it, don't matter how many times that that I could put myself have to go live, whether it's virtual or in person, you always feel that nervousness. I
Yeah.
mean, it never goes away, but the thing about it is, I think I'm just going to ask you, what are some things that you focus on whenever you have to go live, whether it's in person or whether it's virtual? What's those things that's going through your mind?
Well, the first thing that totally changed the trajectory, and I mentioned it, but I'll expand a little bit on my going live. And I used to get so nervous, even though I was going live pretty consistently, but I'd still get nervous and I would be afraid I was going to forget everything. But once I switched it from focusing on me to focusing on who I was serving, and just doing a heart check, a prayer, like getting focused into how can I help the people that's hearing me today? What lead me to say what I need to say? And so then you're not as worried about following a script, just having those topics, right? Knowing, kind of having a reference, an outline is fine. But I found that by speaking in a more heart-centered way, people resonated more with me because I was speaking authentically, genuinely. And so that was probably the changing point, the pivotal moment of my experience when going live.
Powerful, powerful, powerful. That's truly powerful. We can definitely not just hear it in your voice, but we can definitely feel it. That you are definitely sincere in the words that you are saying, and you really want to see people overcome this fear, because public speaking is one of the number one fears that people do have. I mean, so glad that you said that. Can you tell us a little bit more about your courses and about the programs that you have to help anyone that wants to work with you?
Yeah, of course, there's the individual, but we have right now we have a content club that's been really successful, because one thing that people struggle with when creating content is just getting all up in their head, overthinking it. And so we meet with our group. We just had our group meeting today, and sharing there's the new AI things coming out and how to utilize that. So that's been really good. That's something that we offer, and it's really low entry point on that. But we also have individual coaching, but we have a free group too, where we host a coffee chat. And so this is designed for entrepreneurs that are, just, you ever get that feeling you just wish you had some people to talk to about what is the best app, what is the best tools, what can, I'm just struggling this week, I need someone to lift me out of this. And so we offer this weekly coffee chats on Monday mornings, and it's been very successful. We've been doing it over a year now. And that's one thing that I think people have found a lot of blessing in, just being able to start their week on a positive note, but with people that get you because they're in the same industry. Maybe not the same business. It's just online entrepreneur journey, right?
Awesome. Well, I know you do have a product or service you want to offer all of us that we could be able to plug into, be able to take advantage of. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, right now, today I was going to offer the free 7 daily actions to success, right? And with that free PDF, you're going to get access to this group where we host the hot coffee chat. Now, we also have a course that takes you through step by step on how to create multiple pieces of content, and live videos, part of the training, multiple pieces of content. You create one piece, work on this one piece of content during the week for, like 1 week, you have one piece instead of trying to figure out, spend hours on every day, right? Every day posting content. You're going to spend a little bit of time on one, and then we show you how to break that down and make a month's worth of content, basically. So that's the whole course we have available too. So, yeah.
Awesome. How do they get the course? How do they be able to connect to be able to get that course?
So the best way to go is just go to my website. It's www.toniasmith.com, and it's in there.
Awesome. And can you tell us about the social media platforms that you're on, how we're able to connect with you?
Yes, I am on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, and it's all Tonia Smith. Instagram is the _1, but all my social media platforms are Tonia Smith, and it's TOE, like it's showing TONIA. It's kind of a different spelling for my name, but.
Awesome. Great. So let me, if you were to be able to leave a thought or something as a takeaway for anybody that is ready to say, hey, it's time for me to pivot and start being able to speak, and start being able to share my message, in a verbal way, whether it's in person or virtual, what would you say? And how does that tie into who you are and what you do?
I would say that the most important thing is to understand that on the other ear is transformation. That is probably something that I live by, and I've had some experiences that prove it. And a lot of times when we get to that place of fear, we have the walls up and we want to move away from it. And reality, if you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to grow, you're going to face those moments of fear, the feeling like you're blocked, feeling like you're stuck. And I would say to push through that and get on the other side of that, because on the other side of that is growth. On the other side of that is confidence. And on the other side of that is complete transformation and the ability to continue to grow and level up. And that's kind of a cliche. I feel like that level up, but it is what it is, right? Mm-hmm. So I would say that would be right now, there are so many people out there that are struggling. And I think that's what I see a lot, is that they get to a point and you push through that, and you're always getting better. And I think that live video is one of those things that can keep us stuck. People was like, oh yes, I don't have a problem getting on in a group. I don't have problems getting on certain situations, but I'm not going live, right? So.
Thank you so much. But you're truly touching on great points, because although people are used to posting, then they do want to share their message live. But there again, like you said, so many different fear factors. We're so glad that we do know of you, and we're glad that we know of your program, because now this is definitely that step that is going to give people the freedom to be able to say, hey, I can do it. And not only that, I know where I can get the tools to be able to do it. And and the time that you take and the passion that we can just sense from what you're doing, we know that they're going to come out not just confident, but they're going to be able to reach so many people by being able to really share, like you said, very genuine of how they feel and what they want that message to be, and connecting with others. So we want to say thank you so much for being the number one and the first speaker in 2023 within the Next Level 2 Women. I know within the Next Level 2 Women Global Next Level 2 Global Women Entrepreneurship Branding Summit. We would definitely send something your way, because you're number one. But we definitely do appreciate you for being here, and we look forward to your next broadcast. Please continue to stay tuned, as we're going to continue to post the dates and times of her next broadcast, so y'all can definitely be able to follow her, keep connected, because she's going to bring so much more value as this whole year unfolds. Again, thank you so much for coming out to our broadcast, and we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that being said, we are getting ready for our next broadcast. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. All right, all right. So that wasn't long. We are super excited that we are able to come back here in 2023 and still strong, going on 8 years as an organization. I forgot to tell y'all, we are now next level two women entrepreneur LLC. Yes, we are an LLC company. So we are super excited about that. We are having on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you should expect the individual speakers to be able to come on here and to be able to share messages with you. On every other Saturday, we're having seminars that are happening. So you're going to meet more and more women. There are entrepreneurs that are bringing so much value onto this platform. And so we're super excited about what is to come and what, we're going to do it like we always do it every year, which is just continue to bring more and more value to you all on this in the network and in the organization. Again, I'm going to take time to introduce myself again. My name is Oluwafunke Winder, and I am the CEO and founder of Next Level 2 Women Entrepreneur, where we empower, elevate, educate, and equip women in business and life. Our message is very clear: to be able to help thousands of entrepreneurs to be able to share their message about who they are, what they do, and also to be able to provide support through our coaching and training network to be able to give them the resources to continue to help them to flourish and grow. So if you go to talktosunshine.info, that's the best way to connect with us and keep track of all what we're doing, because we're going to do, we're just doing so much more, not just early in the beginning of this year, but we have so much more planned even for the rest of the year. So, I'm just saying, reach out to us. Our email is global@talktosunshine.info. We're just waiting for our next speaker to get on here, and we will be ready to go. So please continue to stay tuned. We'll be right back with you. Okay, thank y'all so much. We are waiting for our speaker to be able to come on here, and she has such a treat for y'all, and so much knowledge, and so much, just so much different packages and plans that she definitely is going to share with y'all. So we cannot wait to definitely get her on here. So I hope your day has been fantastic. I hope you're getting a lot of value from what Tonia already shared with us as far as being able to go live and how to be able to feel comfortable being able to go live. I don't think it's one set way to be able to just go live, or that's any perfect live or any great live. It's just end of the day, being able to be authentic, like she said, being able to share your passion and being able to just definitely know that, focusing on the people that you are out here to reach. So we are super excited about all the value that we're going to all bring to this summit that we are having, from January all the way to March. And it's so amazing how many people we've already met and how many more women that we're going to continue to meet throughout this entire summit. So please continue to stay tuned. Our speaker will be up in just a few moments. Thank you. Okay, awesome. Woo, we made it. We made it. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. So great. We waited on you because we said, we know that you're always going to bring value onto a platform. So we're like, this is worth the wait, truly. So again, we have our next speaker on. Her name is Alicia Beatrice, correct?
Alicia Beatrice.
Alicia Beatrice, I'm sorry. So this is Alicia Beatrice, our next speaker. She's going to bring a lot of value onto the platform. I look at screens all day. But Alicia Beatrice is a woman that I've learned to get to know from orientation. We were able to talk very briefly, and she was able to share about her passion and the reason why she feels that she definitely would be a great person to be on this platform, to speak to so many women and to be able to touch so many lives. So I know that this is my first time being able to hear you speak, and I know that other people that are being able to hear you speak are going to gain so much value from you. So I'm going to sit back, like fasten up my seatbelt, get my notepad out, because I want to absorb everything that you're going to bring out today. Again, thank you for being on the platform, and we look forward to the value you're going to bring. Without further ado, I'm going to pass the mic over to you.
Thank you so much, Sunshine, for the invitation, and good evening, everyone. So my name is Alicia Beatrice, and I'm just so humbled and grateful to be here. I am the founder of Black Family Business, and I wear a couple of hats. So my first hat is mommy. I'm a mom of two boys. I have two sons, and I have a background as a licensed mental health professional. I'm a self-help book specialist, and so many other things. I'm an award-winning performer, as well as author and coach. So I have a presentation. I'm going to try and see if it will allow me to share my screen. If not, we're not going to worry about it. Okay. So we'll just move right along here. No worries, no worries, no worries. So
you said, is it allowing you to share your screen?
It's not allowing me to share my screen at this time.
All right. Do you have it?
It's working.
It's working. Okay. Yeah, technology, we have to be patient with it because it works over time.
Yeah.
All right, I see it right here. Let me go ahead and share this amazing screen. One moment. Okay, there we have it.
Right. So very excited to be speaking with Next Level 2 entrepreneurs. Again, I'm Alicia Beatrice with Black Family Business. Okay. And as I shared, so Black Family Business, you're probably wondering, what is Black Family Business? Well, it is the number one Christian personal development and empowering media company for for all Black and Brown creatives and entrepreneurs. It's a safe place online where folks can get together and network, have community, laugh, share, and support, and hold each other accountability. And it's also a place for healing. It's a place for healing from trauma. I'm going to talk about trauma and how that's really important in your business, and being able to share your story, your legacy story, finish your book, and be able to speak and make an impact in the lives of other women, especially. So everyone has a story. And one of my main gifts is to invite you to share your story. What's your story? My story, again, I mentioned that I'm a mother of two, but I've also experienced a lot of losses. So once upon a time, there was a strong Black woman, and wow, she did not know what she didn't know, that she needed to heal. She needed to heal from losses. I experienced the loss of my first son and my brother, and that had a significant impact on me. But at the time, I didn't understand the importance of slowing down, not being busy, not building for everyone else and taking care of everyone else, but myself. And so had a major breakthrough, um, and experienced inner healing for the very first time in my life. Went to therapy, wrote my first book in 2016, traveled to Africa, and started to speak. I started to speak globally and in the US. And what I learned was my story was powerful. I matter. And the people that I spoke to, the women, the men, they matter too. And they were really inspired by this. Okay. So being able to embrace your story because your story matters. Healing from past trauma is very important. And that's a pretty loaded word. Like, what is trauma, right? I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But being inspired to tell your story so that it transforms the lives of other people, because you are wonderfully and fearfully made. And so here's the definition, the psychological association definition of trauma. It's an emotional or physical response to a terrible event like a natural disaster, an accident, or even something, trigger warning like rape. And some responses that people may not know about is shock, denial, unpredictable emotions, flashback, and strained relationships, including in your life and in your business. And so, a person may wonder, how does this look, or what does this look like? It could look like a host of things: not being able to move forward, not being able to make that major breakthrough of that idea that God gave you a big vision for in your business. And so, this is the part that I really love. I discovered my purpose work of helping other Black women primarily. I work with a lot of people, but really being able to help other Black women creatives and entrepreneurs to reinvent themselves. And I particularly like the journey of inner healing, using Christian and evidence-based practices. I mentioned that I have a background as a licensed therapist, and creativity as well. But being able to use both of those, what we have within us, so that we can do great things. Okay. And so, as I mentioned, being able to finish your book. So I've been able to publish 3 books, 3 life-changing books. The first one on the left is the first book, an anthology with 3 amazing entrepreneurs and nonprofit leaders. These women share their stories and their successes. and talking about some pretty heavy topics like depression, suicide, and being able to live through those things. So sharing some things, and so in this work that I've been able to do through coaching, there are a lot of people just like myself and other women who have gifts and amazing skills and knowledge to share with other women so that they can transform their life. But doing that work first is really important to be able to step out and be bold and overcome that fear to do it. And so, as I mentioned, I've been able to speak with my book, inspire other women, inspire men. And that is how, over the years, that's how Black Family Business came to being able to discover an amazing community of people that are doing kingdom work to save lives, to really save lives, and being able to live your wildest dreams. The premise of inner healing and making your breakthrough is you get to live your wildest dreams, no matter what that is. It could be something as simple as being able to start your business, finish your book, have a better relationship with your loved ones, travel across the world, speak on many platforms. It could be anything. I just encourage you and inspire you to find that and do that for yourself. And so, what I come offering is the Black Women Authors Academy to finish your book, build your legacy, and being able to honor God with your story, because your story matters. It is unfortunate that we face circumstances in life, right? That's really unfortunate that there is suffering in this world and people have experienced things in their childhood or even your adulthood. But being able to break free and be able to share that in the most way of integrity, and also not feeling ashamed of your story, and also being able to share it in a way that's really clean, because I know that that can be concerning for some people. Everyone doesn't want to air all their details. So the Black Women's Author Academy is a group program that I'm offering right now, and I have the payment information here. It's $2,500 paid in full or 3 payments of $997. And this program will allow you to understand how to do that inner healing. You're not alone during this process. There's myself and the support of other women authors in the program. And you're able to get a proven blueprint specifically for you. So we dive into the inner healing. We do prophetic exercises so that you can know what God's vision is specifically for you, and includes takes all the guesswork out of figuring out how to publish your book from start to finish, how to get it on Amazon as a bestseller, or sell it wholesale on your own as well, so that you can have your book and go on your different ventures and speak here locally or speak globally wherever you are. And so I have some client success stories that I'd love to share. This one comes from a client named Skywalker, and she says, if you've thought of writing a book for years, if you're an entrepreneur wanting to reach more clients, if you're an author needing to get some more motivation, then this challenge is for you. Alicia delivers on everything she promises. She inspires you to write and help you overcome your blocks. And she's on the road to completing another book. I'm really excited for her. And then there's Stella, the last one that I'll share with you. So she said that working with Alicia, I've gained more confidence. She shares her honest opinion and gives great advice and recommendations. And she got the support and accountability that she needs. So really honored to do this work and support these women and the work that they're doing in their business. And so, if you're wondering what your next steps are, if you're interested in the Black Women's Academy to finish your book, I have the link here. It's bit.ly/book Alicia B. Apply, reach out and connect with me. And also, I have for you a complimentary writer's guide. This will get you started. And it's at bit.ly/Black Family Business. And I'd love to have some friends. So please reach out and connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn at I am Alicia Beatrice. Sending you love and reminding you to be gentle with yourself because you are doing amazing work and your story matters. Thank you so much.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And I just had some quick questions for you. You didn't think you were going anywhere that quick. This is amazing. You've been doing such amazing work for so many years. I'm just curious, what got you inspired to even start this business?
Absolutely. So as I shared about a little bit about my story was I experienced losses in my personal life as well as my business along this journey and had to learn a lot on my own, even prior to my professional work. There's a lot of bootstrapping and learning as a lot of women of color. We have overcome so much and we face so much adversity, and our resilience is so powerful. And so I was really inspired. God put it in me, gave me a vision that my story is not just for me, it's for someone else. So I had to overcome that fear and shame of sharing my story, and talking about the challenges that I experienced, the losses I experienced, and really being able to trust myself. Not alone just trusting other people, but trusting myself that what I was doing was the right thing to do. And God directed me every single step of the way. And what I learned along that process is that there are other people, so many women, especially, there are men too, but so many women that are longing to be able to share their story, share their knowledge, and they wanna do meaningful work and make an impact in the world. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. It's kingdom work. Um, there's just so much to do. So I started with my first book back in 2016, and it was history from there. Learned so many things along the way, met many amazing people, other coaches, consultants, ministry leaders, you name it. And then here I am with Black Family Business, building this community of folk who are longing for this work. They want more. And I'm here. As long as I have air in my lungs, I'm here. I say yes, yes, yes.
Awesome. What platforms are you on when it comes to social media?
I am on the Facebook, of course, the Instagram, the TikTok, and the LinkedIn.
Awesome. Awesome. And would I just look you up by your name?
I am Alicia Beatrice, but you can definitely Google Alicia Beatrice and it should come up.
Okay,
Yes.
awesome and amazing. Great. So, if you could give a sneak peek into what to expect from you in the future, a couple of years from now, what would that look like?
Oh my goodness. um, Definitely the big picture is I am building a global empire to be able to support Black and brown women and families. So I am envisioning a multi-billion dollar empire, And I'm bringing folk along with me. I want people who are on fire for the work that they do, not just doing it for the money, but definitely being able to support families and building generational wealth and doing kingdom work. So I want people, to not just have wages and just be doing anything just to get by, but doing the work that God has purposed them to do and be able to support themselves and their family. So we're
Amazing, just powerful.
yeah,
Amazing. So that being said, as y'all can hear, you want to connect with Beatrice if you're on that mindset and if it aligns with who you are and what you do, because she definitely has a plan. And, as you can see, she's already done so much. So she plans on doing so much more. Let me ask you a question before we end the broadcast, as you are our last speaker. What is something that would be a takeaway that you could give to anybody that is listening right now to you, that it could just take away with them to just, incorporate into the next step within their business or their life?
absolutely. So the piece of advice that I wish someone would have given me that could have saved me like years and decades is to get support. Get support as soon as you can, and not try to figure out everything on your own. Hire the mentor, hire the coach, get therapy, hire hire the housekeeper. For goodness sake, hire the babysitter and give yourself a break so that you don't burn out. Don't try to do everything. I understand when you're just starting out, that you're bootstrapping and you're as lean as possible to do what you need to do, but also incorporate into that or have the mindset of investing in yourself because it's worth it. And you'll get so much further faster if you have that support. You're worth it, and you have to trust yourself. um if you make any mistakes, don't look at them as mistakes, look at them as opportunities. What did you learn along the way? Because I guarantee you, if you're in alignment with God's purpose for you and he's leading you to invest in something, it's not a mistake. It's a part of the journey and the process. So I've invested thousands of dollars over the journey in my business alone, my entrepreneurial journey, and it was well worth it. Thank you. So thank you very much, and everyone have a great evening.
Mhm. Okay, there you have it. Thank you so much for coming on to the broadcast with the 100 Women Journey to Entrepreneurship Branding Summit. We look forward to having this broadcast run Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday. Until next time, we want to say thank you for coming. I am your host and CEO and founder of Next Level 2 Women Entrepreneur. Until next time, you have a great night.